Welcome in to the Al Smith Alfa Insurance High School Football Scoreboard Show. Get ready for all the scores and recaps from tonight's games. Let's throw it over to the boys from Northwest Georgia football, Lawrence Morgan and Benton Burge.
All right, guys, welcome into the Al Smith Alfa Insurance High School Football Scoreboard. It's just me, Benton Burge, tonight. Lawrence is back chained to his desk again, so he's got a real job on Friday nights every other weekend. So bunch of scores. Only score that I am missing currently, if anybody can help me out with it, we always have an issue finding Paulding County scores. I'm missing the Alexander and South Paulding, excuse me. Still missing that score, but I've got everything else, and I'm not going to delay any. I'll go ahead and get the scores up. A little trick-or-treat edition. Obviously, Halloween tonight. These games were from last night, the 30th. And we'll go ahead and announce those. Harrison beat Paulding County last night, 52-12. Villa Rica over East Paulding, 17-14. Calhoun over Lafayette, 35-9. Union County over North Cobb Christian, 39-35. Gordon Lee over Fannin, 45-7. And your three-time defending state single A champs, Bowden, 63-0 over Trine. That was all last night in action, and some more action tonight. Carrollton beats Douglas County 48-22. North Paulding over Marietta 28-24. Rome still rolling. I believe we had a little sound effect for what I thought Rome was going to do. That was the train whistle. Well, I tell you what, I think Rome was this tonight. Money. And I think Rome's going to be a pick going forward. They beat Kennesaw Mountain 62-0. Central over Northside 56-33. Dalton offense explodes again, 49-0 over Woodland. GAC gets the win over Chestatee, 42-29. Heritage 31-17 over Adairsville. North Hall defeats Dawson County 42-7. Gilmer over Ridgeland 38-6. Interesting game here. Just seeing some of these scores. Lumpkin over Pickens 29-22. LFO defeats Murray County 30-0. Cahola Creek, finishes the regular season strong over Ringo 34-27. I think my trick-or-treat thing is in the way, but I'm pretty sure Rockmart defeated North Murray by the score of 42-7. That was the de facto region championship in that one, and 42-7 Rockmart. That's pretty telling there. Next game, Model over Temple 38-36. Christian Heritage defeats Armurchie 42-7. Gordon Central beats Dade 20-16. Everybody was up in arms about the 22-point spread. Heard County beats Pepperell 47-28. Coosa defeats Chattooga on a last-second field goal, walk-off field goal, 23-21. Bremen over Darlington, 38-14. And that's all of the games. Like I said, we're still looking for a Alexander and South Paulding game score. Everything else is in the books. See if there's any comments coming in. It says Carrollton won 55-22. Carrollton had 17 penalties, which was a school record, and won by 33. Yeah, that's they were able to win by 33, but you don't want to see those penalties. You don't want to see a school record in penalties, especially headed into the playoffs. I know they're a very good team, but they're going to face some good teams. And if you have 17 penalties, I'm not sure you're getting all the way through. And I think you would agree, getting all the way through the playoffs if you have 17 penalties in the game. Let's see here. 55-22. And that is not the score that I had. But I trust Jake, so I will change my score. Appreciate the update. The game that I was at tonight, I was down at a Branch Bragg Field in Coosa. Coosa started out with a lead, took a bounce back. I think it was 14-14, maybe 14-7 at half. Chattooga did a little pooch kick that was misfielded by Coosa. And, Chattooga took advantage, went down and scored. Coosa come back, went for two with about 5 minutes to go, didn't get it. Actually, I think there were 7 minutes left. Chattooga had a 1 point lead trying to drive. Got it down to about 3 minutes. Ended up having to punt. Coosa goes down the field, kicks a walk-off field goal, and big time. Yeah. If you haven't heard, Chapo, it was a 42-7 Yellow Jacket victory. A few teams finishing 10-0. Yeah. Jake says, I guess Rockmart's offense, or I guess Rockmart took offense to only being 8.5 point favorites. The 8.5 points is obviously none of that comes from us. That's all from a computer program. So it doesn't take into effect if somebody's pissed off or not. So that could change. Thank you, Lawrence. I do what I can. Alan Head says Heard County dominated tonight. Yeah, I haven't watched any of that. I had to go back. Like I said, I was at Coosa tonight, but I normally go back and get a good look at a lot of the teams in our area, and I'll have to pull that one back up and look at it because I thought that would probably be one of the closer, better games. But because Pepperell had been hot, I knew Heard a lot of talent on that team, and I think they're going to have a big run. But I knew Pepperell had been one of the hottest teams around. Obviously, Heard, according to Allen, dominated tonight. So I had to take a look at that one. I am awake, David. I am awake. Big time there. Gordon Central gets their first winning season since 2012. And I believe you're correct. And I'm not sure where they're at in those power rankings, but they should be. I totally agree, Lawrence. Heard, Rockmart, Carrollton, very impressive. Since you're on here, I'll go back over the scores and you can give me your thoughts real quick. Obviously, yesterday's games, Thursday's games, Harrison beat Paulding County 52-12. Villarica over East Paulding 17-14. Calhoun 35-9 over Lafayette. Union County 39-35 over North Cobb Christian. Gordon Lee 45-7 over Fannin. Bowden 63-0 over Trine. Carrollton 55-22 over Douglas. North Paulding 28-24 over Marietta. Rome 62-0 over Kennesaw Mountain. Alexander and South Paulding still doesn't have a score for that one. Central 56-33 over Northside. Dalton 49-0 over Woodland. GAC 42-29 over Chestatee. Heritage defeats Adairsville 31-17. North Hall over Dawson County 42-7. Gilmer over Ridgeland 38-6. Lumpkin beats Pickens 29-22. Lakeview Fort Overthorpe 30-0 over Murray County. Cahola Creek 34-27 over Ringo. Rockmart 42-7 over North Murray. Definitely the least amount of production out of North Murray so far this season against a pretty darn good Rockmart defense. Model beats Temple 38-36. Christian Heritage over Armurchie 42-7. Gordon Central over Dade 20-16. Heard County 47-28 over Pepperell. Coosa on a walk-off field goal 23-21 over Chattooga. And Bremen 38-14 over Darlington. A few more coming in. Carrollton is scary this year again, and I totally agree. Carrollton is one of those teams. I think we got a handful of teams up here in our coverage area that are going to make a significant shot, a big run in the playoffs. I think Carrollton's one of those teams. Obviously, Bowden's one of those teams. I mean, you got to like Central to have a shot at a few rounds deep. Rockmart is one of those teams, definitely looking to make it a few rounds deep, if not further, to the championship. I think they expect to win a championship. I'm not sure there. I had to look at the skill on the other teams. Northwest Georgia is where we focus the most. So in the next 2 weeks, we'll be focusing on the whole entire state and our matchups between our teams up here and the rest of the state. Let's see. I don't want to leave no teams out. I mean, Calhoun dominating on Thursday night. Cartersville's off tonight, but they'll be one of those teams. Ton of teams that we're looking to make deep runs. And if I haven't mentioned your name, I apologize. I guarantee you, Heard County is probably another one of those teams. I guarantee you there are plenty more that will make a run that I'm not calling out. Lawrence says we have to wait for the bracket, but Bremen versus Gordon Lee would be fun. Yeah, I would probably favor Gordon Lee in that one, but I think that would be a definite fun matchup. I'd love to see any of those matchups between our local regions. Bremen's probably seen Gordon Lee a few times over the years. I think they used to play in the same region back in the day, and they might even be in the same region come next year. Adam Glover says some big time matchups in the first round and second round, looking even better, looking like Mill Creek, Colquitt, first round matchups. We'll get all that together for you, and we plan on having a couple shows. Might have like a show-a-palooza with all the different brackets. We'll pull up, tell you where all of our 55 teams will be playing, if they'll be playing. Not all 55, obviously, are not going to make the playoffs, but we're going to have a good many. We'll probably guess at all of the brackets, especially the ones that we have teams involved in. And, take a look at the matchups and make picks like we normally do. So a big week coming up. If you don't know already, this next week is a bye week or a off week for every team. So there will be no high school football in the state of Georgia this week, unless for some reason you're having to make up something. I mean, I don't know of any circumstances like that in Northwest Georgia. But so we have a 2-week window. The following Friday we will play first round matchups. So we've got a little while to get those together. Nate Davis dominated the game, had a big hit on the Northbury quarterback, and was out the second half. Man, I'm sure that slowed him down a lot. Oh, that's fine, Adam. Even though they're outside of who we cover, we still love football. We'll talk about them. Lawrence wants to know who won the Houston Lee County matchup. Give me 1 second. I will let you know. That's also outside our area, but I know exactly why he's asking because lines us up here. I have Houston County 34, Lee County 28. Lawrence, I'm not sure if you can hear me, but 34-28, Houston over Lee. Lawrence asking, are we going to do a bracket challenge for all divisions? I mean, yeah, I mean, we can do that. Getting everybody to fill out every bracket is going to be tough. Let me and Lawrence put our heads together and figure out what we think is best. We might just do a playoff pick 'em style where we have 10 or 15 picks each week, and I can put out a link and everybody can fill it out, and we'll do, you know, the 15 best games or whatever games that we pick, or all the games that the Northwest Georgia people are involved in. Or we might just do all the brackets. It doesn't matter to me. It's just figuring out what we're going to do, what Lawrence wants to do, and what we have time to do. Says Nate Davis was rushing touchdown, laying people out, handed out pizza. Oh boy, he was doing it all, huh? Yeah, Stanley Washington says that North Murray really never got started tonight. Yeah, so if Chalk holds the winner of that game, which was Houston, they would come to Rome week 2, so that would be a very interesting matchup. Yep. So like I said, we'll try to get all our guys together, me and Lawrence for sure, and maybe some others, and we can talk playoffs. We've got people that we know all over the state. Maybe we can get some other guys on here and talk some of the other playoff areas. And you can give your input, and we'll figure out what kind of playoff challenge we're going to do, and we'll put something out there. We might even throw some free merchandise. We have shirts, hats, all kind of stuff now. I even have somewhere over here. I have some fancy smancy car decals. Everybody loves the Northwest Georgia football car decal. Oh, Jake Keller says if you have YouTube TV, go ahead and go to Walmart in the morning and get you an antenna with some rabbit ears. Yeah. You looking for some koozies? I'm sure that we could come up with that. We can come up with a koozie. I tell you what, as soon as I'll let my guy know that they're looking for some koozies, and we'll see if we can get some koozies for you. Don't forget. Let's see here if I can find the page to click on. We still have all those things available, and hats, shirts, jackets, pullovers, stickers, blah blah blah, different things. I think there's some cups, things like that. We'll try to see if we can get some koozies on the website, but basically, everything goes back into this program and also goes back into helping pay for the Northwest Georgia Player of the Year trophy. And our goal this year is to have two awesome trophies. One that the player can take with himself, whoever wins it this year, and one that will have the player's name engraved and will be put in the high school trophy case for everybody to see going forward. Man, we've got a laundry list of guys who've won this thing. Everybody from Jahmyr Gibbs to Trevor Lawrence and on down the line. So, college football and NFL royalty, high school royalty for sure, winning this award. So, we're looking forward to carry it on and get as big and as nice of a trophy that we can get for the guys. Also, our sponsorship here from Al Smith is huge. Al Smith sponsored us. He's been sponsoring us for a couple of years now. We're glad to have him on board. He does a lot for everybody in the Northwest Georgia area. Let's see here. Comments are kind of slowing down, so I'm going to go back over the scores one more time, and I'm going to check out of here. And we'll talk to you next week about playoffs. All righty. Go ahead and go full screen in case you're watching here. Thursday night games. These all happened Thursday night. Harrison defeated Paulding County 52-12. Villa Rica over East Paulding 17-14. Calhoun defeated Lafayette 35-9. Union County 39-35 over North Cobb Christian. Gordon Lee 45-7 over Bremen. And Bowden defeats Trine 63-0. Those were Thursday night games. On to tonight's games. Carrollton 55-22 over Douglas. North Paulding 28-24 over Rome. North Paulding 28-24 over Marietta. Rome defeats Kennesaw Mountain 62-0. Let's see, Central 56-33 over Northside. Dalton 49-0 over Woodland. GAC 42-29 over Chestatee. Heritage 31-17 over Daresville. North Hall 42-7 over Dawson County. Gilmer 38-6 over Ridgeland. Lumpkin 29-22 over Pickens County. Lakeview Fort Overthorpe defeats Murray County 30-0. Cahola Creek beats Ringo 34-27. Rockmart defeats North Murray for the region championship 42-7. A Model over Temple 38-36. Christian Heritage over Armurchie 42-7. Gordon Central 20, Dade County 16. Hurd 47-28 over Pepperell. Coosa defeats Chattooga 23-21 on a last-second field goal. Bremen 38-14 over Darlington. All righty. Jake says, looks like Rome plays Glen Academy in the first round, face Houston or Houston in the second round. They're doing a bracket fill out on High Five right now. Okay. We'll have to get over there. High Five used to have, I believe his name was Ken Rodriguez. I don't know if Ken's still doing it or not. Obviously, we've been doing this show for a few years, so I don't get to watch Fox 5 a whole lot. Ben Hayes. Can't wait to see where my Daresville Tigers land in these playoffs. I'm sure that you'll see something out probably fairly soon. I mean, once everybody gets it together, it's that the power ranking stuff will have to – people will have a good idea, but the final stuff probably won't come out for a few days, probably Monday or Tuesday. But we'll see. I think Thursday is the day that we're shooting to have our little Playoff-a-Palooza show. So hopefully we'll be on at probably 7 or 8 Eastern time on Thursday. So we'll talk about where all of our teams land. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off here. Everybody have a good rest of your weekend. And we'll see y'all next week to talk playoffs. I know everybody's fired up about their team making the playoffs. All right. Jason Poteet says Sunday at 5, GHSA will post their 1 through 3A. So see if we can get a hold of that. We might have a quick show on Sunday. You never know. Until next time, guys.
We here at Northwest Georgia Football would like to thank you for watching. Please join us again soon.